Lísàbí the Uprising made my year in 2024 with a good blend of history, perfect cast, and I would say an amazing soundtrack and an inconclusive plot, which left me curious and wanting for more. And now that they've released the second part, I'd like to share with you 5 things that makes this particular one different from the first one and that make it really better for me. My name is Lois, and this is Inside Spies, where we give you everything movies and entertainment. And so today I'm reviewing Lísàbí, A Legend is Born. So that's the title they give the second part. And the first thing that actually caught my attention about the second part is the fighting scenes. In the first part, what we had was more of history of the way Lísàbí was relating with his people and then what the people were facing, trying to put together their tributes and all of that. And so the fighting scene was just towards the end. But the second one, I really love it. Like the intense battles from the very beginning where they continued from the last one, that part where they were fighting in the marketplace. And I think we got something of a woman king scene in this particular movie with these women fighting and everything. Anyways, so from that part, even to the very end, there were more fighting scenes. It was more bloody, it was more violent, and it was really thrilling more than the first one. And that's the first thing that actually makes this one stand out for me. And the second thing about this second part is the fact that there was an introduction of romance. Yes. You're probably thinking maybe Lísàbí is maybe just a guy that is all about to do everything. I was literally surprised. I was not expecting it so he's gonna fall in love in this particular part. I was not even watching out for that. And so to see that part being introduced, it was really lovely. I mean, Lísàbí and Adekola making out. I'm like, really? So it was actually cute. I love that part. It makes the movie more, it makes it more like beautiful. It was not just all fighting as we expected. It made it more, something you can relate with and really enjoy at that part, even though they still give us tragedy at the end. And yeah, the third thing about this, the second part of Lísàbí is also the insight they gave us into the childhood of Lísàbí. We get to know how he was born, how he got his name Lísàbí, and how he ended up being the chosen one of the gods. That part in the uprising where the gods came together to help him, and we're wondering that, okay, how did he get to know those? Was it 4 of them, 4 gods, Eye, Jogwa, and all of those people? And so the whole story was actually more explained in the second part. We get to know what his relationship was actually with those 4 gods, and how he grew up, how he ended up in Egba, and all those things. It was way explained in this particular movie, and I would actually say the second part is really, really better. Than the first one. And the first thing about this second part of Lísàbí is the introduction of the witches in the battle. Now, let me explain. In the first part, it was just about, the gods teaching them how to fight and all of that. But in this one, we saw Adekola rise into a more, leadership position to seek the help of the witches as well, to help them. I love that part where they are at the battleground and Adekola just showed up with those witches and they were killing. I was like, oh, this is so cool. It was really epic. I love that part. It actually showed that they needed more help than just what they had, and they were not exactly too proud to receive that help, and that was actually what saved them at the end of the day. And I really love that part. Like it was it was so full of action. I was like, this is so cool. The way they showed up all wearing black and red, I was like, okay, this is awesome. And the last thing about the second part also that was exceptional for me, I would say, is the way they concluded on the story. Now, I'm a bit familiar with the story of Lísàbí, so I knew how he died. I was curious, okay, how are they going to tell us about the death of Lísàbí and how are they going to portray that? Because it was actually controversial. Some people said, he went into the bush, the forbidden forest, and then he just went there, and some others said, he disappeared. Some others said they killed him, blah blah blah. So I love the way they ended it, and also the fact that they let us know that, okay, this is their own conclusion and there might actually be more to the story, more than what they gave us. And so I would say that Lísàbí, A Legend is Born actually is something you should watch. Yes, it is actually worth the wait. I mean, if they had released the second part with the first one, maybe I would not have criticized the first one that much. But it was really good. I love the hacks that we had. Definitely most of the characters were those that we know already from the first part, and they were still good. They were awesome. I love the fighting scenes. They were all well done, even though there was a little bit of some things overdone, like, I mean, in the special effects. But anyways, we can still manage them that way. And because there was this part at the beginning where they were fighting and their swords were glowing, and that part really caused it out for me. I was like, was this necessary? It's just, yeah, just overhyping things. Anyway, this is a beautiful watch, and I'm definitely recommending you to watch it. And I would like you to also drop a comment when you're done watching and just tell us what you think about Lísàbí, a Legend is Born. That's what I have for you. Don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.